Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. So this week on the channel, we're going to be taking a look at the Devinci Spartan 29, the flip chip on it. It's their FRG system, they call it, which is basically just flips the geometry from a high to a low position. I've been riding the Spartan 29 a lot on my local XC trails. There's a couple cool descents, but mainly it's XC riding. So I'm going to try flipping this to the high position, which will make it a little bit better, I think, for some XC style trails. I wanted to do this video just because I couldn't find a good video online showing how to do this. I've never actually done this myself, but talking to the guys at Two Wheels and Devinci, I think it's pretty straightforward. There was just one thing I wanted to double check, that this adjustment that we need to do, threads are reversed on it, so we just have to keep that in mind. So if we take a look at this, I'll just zoom in and show you what I'm actually pointing at here. You guys can see it closer here. Yeah, you can see it shows you that the high and low position. So right now, with this being over here, it's in the low position. We need to basically loosen this on both sides and then flip this around so it's in the high position. So basically all we're going to need for this is a 6mm Allen. Torque wrench will be nice when we put it all back together to make sure we get the proper torque. But basically, so we're going to put this in here, and it does say on here, which I didn't notice until after I talked to the guys at Two Wheels and Devinci, it does actually have a direction arrow on here saying that it is reverse thread. So we're going to loosen this by going clockwise. As I'm loosening this, we can see that part coming out the back there. So we'll do both sides here. All right, so that just comes out there. I'll just set that aside. We'll do the other side. Turn this now, so it's out of there. I'm just not sure how to actually just poke it out. I don't know. Oh, don't do that. Yes, I managed to get this one out over on the other side, just using a hammer and a screwdriver, just kind of popping it, just hammering it out. It popped out. So we're going to do the same with this side here. Down in there, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Maybe a better angle over here. Basically, I'm just putting this down. There's a little lip there of the bushing, and I'm just gonna hammer it out of there. If I can get in there. There, and it popped out there, you can see. So that's out of there now. So now basically we'll just have to switch this around from being there to being like so. How that fits in there, I don't know, but there, like so in there. So it's in the high position now. There is, make sure when you do this, you basically end up with 3 pieces. There's this piece here as well that goes on here. Make sure you don't lose that piece. Actually goes in this way. So it goes on there. And then this will go in here, like I said, in the high position. So we'll just turn that in there, and then this will come back through the other side. I'm just going to put a little bit more grease on here while I have it apart. I'm just going to put some grease all around in here. Might as well do this while I have it all apart like this. So make sure to put these back on like so. And we'll carefully bring this, I gotta get this back in here in the high position. This is definitely not something that takes 2 seconds to do. Let me just make sure I get this in right here. So when it's in high, where is the, oh, it's right there, okay. So I'm trying to hold up the back end of the bike and get this through. There. All right, so we finally got that in. That's a little trickier than I kind of thought this was going to be, but maybe that's why there's no videos on the internet on how to do this. So now I'll put this other side in the high position. Once I think the one side's in, the other side is a little easier to do, I think. Like, there we go. All right. So we got those both in. So now I'll just go ahead and put these back in here. So now I can just go ahead and tighten these up. Again, going counterclockwise to tighten. I mean, you could theoretically come in from the other side and turn it the right way, but it'd be a little tricky. You have much more access coming from the outside like this. Okay, so I'm going to take my torque wrench. It says to set it to 14 Newton meters. Make sure these are tight. And again, we're going counterclockwise to tighten. So hope you guys found that video useful, changing the position on the Spartan from high to low with the FRG system. It was a little trickier than I thought, just getting those out of there. But once I was able to pop them out and get this sort of position, it took a little bit of finagling, I guess, to get it in there, but it is in there now. So this basically, it increases the head angle from 65 to 65.6, I believe. The seat angle, it increases it by about half a degree as well. So it'd be a little bit better for cross-country style riding, getting that head angle a little bit steeper and the seat angle steeper as well. It does raise the bottom bracket by about 9 millimeters, I believe, and increases the reach, which I kind of thought was an odd thing that it would do, but it does actually increase the reach by about 6 millimeters or so. So it's not a huge change, but just a little bit of change to the geometry of the bike by changing that right there, the FRG flip chip or whatever you want to call it. So anyways, guys, hope you liked the video. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure to hit that little subscribe button in the bottom corner. I think it's over in this corner here. I really appreciate it. It's free. Stay tuned, more videos on the channel coming soon. Thinking trails might start opening up soon. We just heard that Blue Mountain here are my local downhill park. It's kind of local. It's still 3 hours away, but they're not opening for the season this year, so that's kind of not good. I was really hoping or looking forward to getting out there and riding this year, so I'm gonna have to look for some other stuff to do that's more local. And I'm hoping I can get this bike out doing some nice downhill stuff. That's what it's really made for. So anyways, again, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and until next time, keep your feet on the pedals.